Hi, Adrian. I'm Sarah from the upcoming. Yeah, that's
okay.
us. So, can you give us a brief intro to this amazing film? What can audiences expect, and particularly from your character of Patrick?
Well, I think audiences can expect a really interesting take on the Bronte story. I think Frances O'Connor has gone in there and looked at all the elements that existed and thought to herself, what did it take for these girls to actually have the leap of imagination to be able to write these amazing books, Emily in particular. And so she's gone, she's, if you like, taken the environment, taking all the things that would, the pressures and the likes and the wants and the needs that kind of, were existent for Emily, and put them together and come up with a really interesting take on her story. And I think it's a spooky quality to it. It's got a very individualistic quality to it, and I think people will really like it.
And where did you begin with your own research? Did you go back to the likes of Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre, or particularly to kind of draw on your own character?
No, I just went back to kind of researching. I mean, it was great because he's a real character. I was able to go back and talk, just learn a little bit about him. I realised that I always knew that he came from Northern Ireland, and so that was interesting, finding out what his journey was like and how he found himself with these daughters and without a wife, and trying to sort it all out. I think that's probably why he was a little bit strict on them. But then again, he was aspirational for them. And I think that, if he hadn't been aspirational for them in some shape or form, they may not have done what they did.
And what about the shoot? I mean, working with Frances, of course, she's a renowned actress before turning her hand to directing, an amazing fellow cast, and working out on the moors. What was all that like?
It was a very lovely experience. Sadly, we didn't get a chance to socialise very much because it was like, there was COVID and lockdown and all that kind of stuff. But, it was a very enjoyable experience, very enjoyable. And it's great to see Frances getting the plaudits that she deserves.
And what do you hope people take away? I mean, there's kind of a mystery, I suppose, surrounding Emily, and seeing just how much of a rebellious character she was, and sort of ahead of her time in so many ways.
Yeah, well, I think Frances has made her into a kind of modern heroine in many ways. That's her interpretation of it. And I think I think young women in particular will identify with her and her achievements.
And can you just quickly tell us about your own line of duty? Obviously, been an amazing thing for you. Also, been on stage recently, and how's that all been for you lately? And what have you got next?
It's all good. It's all good. We're just hoping that we all want line of duty to happen. So we keep our fingers crossed.
Fabulous, lovely to chat to you.